Pipeterian.
Greetings, my fellow Pipeterians. This is something of a conclusion. Can't wait to tell you this story. I've been waiting to do this for a very long time. What I'm doing right now is sitting on the roof of a place where I've been living for the past 2 years. That comes to an end tomorrow. I've been living at a church and participating in a ministry here. A few years ago, church I had closed and I had nowhere to go. And through a circle of friends, pastor friends, colleagues, they brought me here and gave me an apartment, put me to work, let me start preaching and teaching, and they do a lot of food runs here in Hollywood. I mean, it's the one mission here in East Hollywood. This is the little Armenia area, and they feed the homeless. I participated in going for food runs and cooking the food and serving up the homeless and sitting with them and talking with them. I mean, this is an amazing ministry, and it's been a 2-year period that I just probably wouldn't have ever experienced had I not had the time not ended with my previous church. And so this wasn't my church. This was another pastors this church, but I came in. The residents here and everyone called me pastor, and continued my, learning and growing and all that sort of stuff. And I kept thinking, this is the wildest area. This is East Hollywood. If you look over my back here you see the observatory, and over this way you see the Hollywood sign. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Maybe on a TV screen when you see this you will be. But I've gone through more things. I liken it to the story of Joseph in the Bible. Not that I'm like Joseph. I mean, nothing is negative ever said about Joseph, sinner though he may be, and all of us, of course. But his brothers sold him into slavery, and then for years he was like a slave, and then accused falsely and put in prison, and all of those things in his life led him to being consulted spiritually, and then he winds up being the second most powerful man in Egypt, second only to Pharaoh, and all of that leading up to it put him in that place, and he saw God's hand in it. And likewise with me, it was a difficult end to my last ministry, which I'd been in for over a decade, and then I wind up here, working with the homeless, befriending the addicted, the folks on the alcoholics and the drug addicts, and seeing ministry in a more messy way than perhaps a lot of us are used to seeing. You think of church as very clean, and these pastors wear robes and all that sort of thing, and everything's beautiful. Of course, you never see what's behind the curtain, but every human endeavor has its thing. This place is just hands-on, dispensing the love of Jesus. It's pretty incredible. But I've been here exactly 2 years, and I thought my lesson here, whatever it was coming to a conclusion. And I prayed to God about it, and what do you know? It does start winding up. And then I run into an old worship leader, who you all know now as Joy. Known her for 18 years, and but not in a romantic way. Just always we always worked together. By the way, housekeeping. This is my Rat Ray Zulu I mentioned in the previous video. 9mm spigot, Macbeth series, smoking a little Blood Red Moon. Good reason for this. No, I'm not in a cult, although we're surrounded by cults. There's Yogananda Paramahansa's ashram over there. There's Scientologists over there. We're just surrounded by all kinds of religious things that fit this description. But anyway, I met Joy half a year ago, just for a casual thing. Get together and go see a movie. And because I knew she would like this particular movie, so it just came to my mind. The next thing you know, it went into a almost exclusive relationship very fast. And times clicked on, and tomorrow, Easter Sunday, we're getting married. Easter Sunday. Talk about a resurrection. I currently have several churches also face chatting me and talking to me and asking for more material, so it looks like, a new ministry is on the horizon as well. Since I've been here, I've had to experience a lot of things. One of the things is, you live with other people, and you live with people, you see people who have all kinds of maladies and difficulties and things. You can empathize with people who are sick a lot more. People who have diseases, people who have things, So anyway, I'm at a place right now where I have a loose tooth, and I don't have the insurance to cover it, and that's okay. It's gonna be the last pipe I smoke for a few days, because I wanted to tell you something about tooth extraction. They say that if you get a tooth pulled, you probably shouldn't smoke, because you can get something called dry socket. That's where it doesn't form a scab and stop bleeding. Well, I'm going to smoke a little bit now, and I'm going to quit. I'm going to extract the tooth right here for your entertainment. It's the end of my time here, the end of the difficulties, the end of a lot of humble pie. It's the beginning of a new thing. Wedding tomorrow, moving out, jobs ahead, brighter future. And I just see the hand of God, despite whatever difficulties I had to suffer through this past couple of years. I am a different person, and I'm telling you something, nothing like this would anybody ask for, but when it's handed to you, you find out the benefit having come through. Nonetheless, I'm at a place where I sort of have to do my own self-dentistry right now. I have this loose tooth. I hate this. I don't have a single cavity in my mouth. I've never had a cavity. I've never had oral problems. But this has got to come out. And I'm just hoping it doesn't give me a big pain tomorrow when I've got to get married and say my I do's and sit there with a sore throat. But I'm going to pop this out. I'm going to stick this tea bag in my mouth, because that's what my dentist friend told me to do. And then we'll just see what we get. So, without further ado, I just don't want to get it all over my clothes either. People down there going, what's that guy doing up there? All right, here we go. If you see me conk over, please call 911. Look at that. Can't clean it because it's just loose. What do you know, man? That one wanted to come. Oh, I'm bleeding. Well, Wow. Wow. You too can be a dentist. Oh, I'm so glad that came out and that didn't take any effort at all. Little blood on the ends. And now I got this gap. There's a $1,000 expense, right, to get another tooth replaced, put in there. Well, no more of this for a couple days. I gotta let it heal up. I don't want dry socket. Feels really weird, man. But now I'm gonna be able to eat again without knocking that thing. Anyway, next thing you will see is me getting married. So this is the end of an era, the beginning of a new thing. First day of the rest of your life. Pipeterian out.
But we're gathered in the presence of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I've got to speak for Pastor John and myself. What an honor it is for us to officiate at a wedding for another pastor.
I ask you to take one another's hands. The book of Isaiah, God said, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Solomon has said in the book of Ecclesiastes, "The one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." Now I bind your hands together in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, these are the hands of best friends.
So, the only thing that remains is a pronouncement. Because I have a license in the state of California, which I really don't care too much about. But as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, which I care a lot about.
Amen.
Officiating at this time with my brother John. Come on over. We would love to pronounce you husband and wife. You may, go ahead.
You may kiss the bride when you kiss your husband.
I'm going to let you introduce this couple for the very first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor and Mrs.
Pipeterian.